The air crackled with an unnatural heat, a searing defiance against the frigid mountain air. Brunhilde, her Valkyrie armor a dull ember in the dying light, paced within the fiery ring. Weeks or perhaps months had bled into one another, the relentless roar of the flames a constant dirge. Doubt, a serpent coiling in her gut, gnawed at her resolve. Would any hero be audacious enough, or perhaps foolish enough, to brave the inferno for a Valkyrie cast out by the Allfather himself? One day the world lurched. A tremor coursed through the scorched earth, jolting Brunhilde awake. It was followed by a sound, the unmistakable clash of steel, a warrior hacking his way through the wall of fire with unwavering determination. Hope, a fragile ember, flickered to life in her chest. Could this be the prophesied hero, the one destined to break her fiery shackles? He emerged from the inferno like a vision forged in the heart of a volcano. Sigurd, his emerald eyes blazing with determination, stood before her, smoke curling from his helm. Brunhilde rose, a titan in her Valkyrie armor, a formidable wall against the flickering flames. Yet, within her fierce gaze, a flicker of vulnerability betrayed the warrior beneath. Days melted into weeks, filled with stolen moments and whispered secrets. They shared dreams, forging a bond as strong as the enchanted steel that clad them. A love bloomed, fierce and passionate, fueled by the very inferno that had imprisoned Brunhilde. Yet, a darkness lurked on the fringes of their idyllic haven. A serpent coiled around Brunhilde's finger in the form of a glittering ring, a cursed token, a secret puppeteer waiting to pull the strings of their fate. Then came the whispers, carried on the wind like venomous vipers. Tales of betrayal, of Sigurd pledging his love to another, a woman named Gudrun. Brunhilde, her heart a battlefield of rage and disbelief, refused to believe it. But the whispers persisted, fueled by a power neither she nor Sigurd could fathom. The cursed ring, a leech sucking the truth from their love, twisted their bond into a weapon of vengeance. Driven to madness, Brunhilde sought confirmation. The truth, when it arrived, shattered the world she had built with Sigurd. A distorted vision, conjured by the ring's malevolent magic, showed Sigurd kneeling before Gudrun, his lips forming words of love. Blinded by the flames of betrayal, Brunhilde ignored Sigurd's frantic pleas, his desperate explanations lost in the roar of her fury. With a voice heavy with the scorn of a goddess wronged, she sealed his fate. The betrayal was swift and brutal, a chilling symphony of clashing steel and choked gasps. As Sigurd's blood stained the ground where they had once shared stolen kisses, a sliver of doubt pierced Brunhilde's haze. A flicker of recognition in Sigurd's eyes before death's embrace sent a tremor through her entire being. The realization dawned, cold and horrifying. She had been a pawn, manipulated by a force beyond her comprehension. Grief, a suffocating wave, crashed over Brunhilde. The man she loved, sacrificed to a lie woven by a cursed trinket. Despair turned to a chilling resolve. In the very pyre she had once hated, now a pyre of her own making, Brunhilde prepared to face the consequences of her actions. The flames licked at her, mirroring the inferno that consumed her soul. But as she stood poised to embrace oblivion, a memory flickered, a secret Sigurd had shared, a whispered tale of a trickster god, Loki, known for his mischievous schemes and penchant for sowing discord. A seed of doubt, a flicker of hope, bloomed amidst the ashes of despair. Could it be that the whispers, the betrayal, were all a cruel illusion woven by Loki's magic? Fueled by this sliver of hope, Brunhilde refused to succumb to the flames. Instead, she channeled her grief into a relentless pursuit of the truth. She ventured beyond the scorched wasteland, a Valkyrie reborn with a singular purpose to find Loki and unravel his deception. Her journey took her through treacherous landscapes, whispering with ancient trees and bargaining with cunning dwarves, all the while chased by the relentless spectre of doubt. Finally, after weeks of relentless pursuit, she found him, Loki, a mischievous glint in his eyes, lounging in a cavern filled with glittering treasures. The confrontation was fierce, a clash of wills fueled by grief and vengeance. Brunhilde, her voice ringing with the fury of a storm, demanded the truth about Sigurd's fate. Loki, cornered but unrepentant, revealed the extent of his machinations, the cursed ring, the twisted vision, all a cruel plaything to sow discord and witness the downfall of a love story that defied even the gods. The revelation ripped the last vestige of hope from Brunhilde. The love she cherished, the life they dreamt of, all a cruel illusion. Grief, a monstrous serpent, coiled around her heart, squeezing the life out of her. Yet, amidst the crushing despair, a flicker of defiance remained. She wouldn't let Loki win. She wouldn't let Sigurd's sacrifice be in vain. Fury, a white-hot ember, ignited within her. With a roar that echoed through the caverns, Brunhilde lunged at Loki. The ensuing battle shook the very foundations of the earth. Her Valkyrie training, honed over millennia, clashed with Loki's shape-shifting magic. Sparks flew, shadows danced, and the air crackled with raw power. But Brunhilde fought not just with her strength, but with the righteous fury of a scorned lover and a warrior betrayed. The battle raged for what seemed like an eternity. Finally, with a desperate lunge, Brunhilde managed to disarm Loki, pinning him to the ground. Her fiery gaze burned into his, a promise of vengeance etched upon her face. But as she raised her sword, ready to deliver the final blow, Loki spoke. "Killing me won't bring Sigurd back," he rasped, his voice laced with a hint of fear for the first time. "But I can offer a path to redemption." Brunhilde hesitated, suspicion warring with the desperate yearning in her heart. "What trickery are you plotting, serpent?" she snarled. Loki, sensing a sliver of hope, continued. "Deep within the realm of Niflheim, guarded by the icy clutches of hell, lies the well of Urd. Its waters hold the echoes of all that was, is, and ever shall be. Drink from it, and you may see the truth of Sigurd's final moments, unclouded by my illusions." Brunhilde's grip tightened on her sword. Could this be true? Or was it another one of Loki's wicked schemes? The risk was enormous, venturing into the realm of the dead a perilous undertaking. Yet, the chance to see Sigurd again, to know the truth of his final moments, was a temptation she couldn't resist. She lowered her sword, her voice laced with a dangerous calm. "Tell me how to reach this well of Urd, and perhaps I'll spare your miserable life. For now." A glint of triumph flickered in Loki's eyes, but it was quickly replaced by a flicker of something akin to fear. He described the treacherous path to Niflheim, a journey fraught with peril and guarded by monstrous creatures. Each word he spoke served as a stark reminder of the immense price she was willing to pay for the truth. With a final glare at the trickster god, Brunhilde embarked on her most perilous quest yet. Her heart, a desolate wasteland, held only one burning ember, the desperate hope of seeing Sigurd once more, even if it meant facing oblivion itself. The path to Niflheim stretched before her, a tapestry woven with darkness and despair. But Brunhilde, the Valkyrie scorned and reborn, would face any challenge, conquer any foe, to find the truth and perhaps, just perhaps, earn a sliver of redemption from the ashes of her vengeance.